If you are a masculine man, right, you have a core that is more masculine and you want to express that. A big part of that is territorialism, right? And unfortunately in 2023, everything that is even a little bit territorial is deemed as toxic, controlling, manipulating behavior, but we know better. However, there's a very thin line where it does in fact become controlling, manipulating behavior. A lot of modern technologies constantly trigger this feeling, right? How do you honor yourself without being combative or confrontational, and definitely not controlling as a man? How do you express this territorialism in a loving, healthy way? It's truly one thing that makes the difference. After watching this video, you'll know for a fact that you can express that which you have inside you in a healthy way, and that you don't have to second guess whether it's toxic or combative. Definitely you don't have to second guess whether you are true to yourself. What's up, man? Welcome back. It's good to see you as always. I'm happy you're here. Happy you're part of this. I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's get into it. So what exactly is this territorialism? It's the urge to care, protect, provide for a woman, and it's usually activated, right? This primal nature when we start caring for a woman, right? When she's winning our heart. And so inherently to that truth is that if we don't feel territorial and you do have a more masculine core, we really don't care too much about her. And this is something we do often get wrong. Either men that disagree with the whole notion of territorialism, or women that feel that it's toxic. It actually really means that we don't care about you that much if we don't have these feelings. So it is natural, it is to be honored, it is to be expressed. And the difference between a man and a boy in this regard, that a boy either doesn't respect this nature, fights it, or suppresses it and becomes a pushover, or we have the boy that feels that he needs to express every bit of it, right? To say, oh, I don't like it when you post a single story on your Instagram. I don't like it when you do X, Y, or Z. And this is not where it's about. This is where we get into the confusing area of territorialism, right? Because it isn't about expressing it in every single situation. It isn't healthy in every single situation. We are wired to be triggered by exposure. So if you're in a relationship and your partner exposes herself in the slightest way to other men or other things, then it can already go off, right? Simply being at a party at her and the guy approaches her and she is being politely friendly to this guy, even though she isn't interested or really talking to him. This little bit of exposure can already trigger a feeling, but is that really healthy to express it right there? A boy would lose his freaking mind and on the way back home would start confronting her about it. That's not what it's about. It isn't about every single time this emotion gets triggered that you should express it. So let me tell you what makes the difference, right? Let's take an example. You are a high value man, right? You got everything in your life in order. You're making headway financially, you're taking care of your body, you're fit, you're somewhat emotionally intelligent, you know how to talk to women, right? You're in a position of choice. You're doing good in most facets of life as a man, and you have something to require now from a woman, right? And so you can say, I have a preference. Let's take then the example that you're dating a woman and she posts a bikini picture on Instagram. Most certainly, your territorialism will go off because it doesn't make any fucking sense to you that she's showing what you get to see to other men that she doesn't even know. Her account on public, and it just doesn't make any fucking sense to you. In that case, you're triggered, right? These emotions go off. The thing you need to do at this point to make sure whether it's coming from a good place and that you should express it is ask yourself, does this come from a place of love or ego? Because if it is just your precious little ego that is being triggered in your reality, right? Because every man is different. If you feel that it is only your ego that's being triggered, then you should not express it. But if, however, you are this man and she posts this picture and you feel demotivated to continue giving her everything that you are, that you feel demotivated to care, provide, protect for her. If that's the case, then not expressing it would be dishonest to her, because the love in the relationship, in the connection between you guys, is being repressed. It's in danger. And that's not honest to her, because she might honestly be unaware of that fact. And you have to let her in on that. Right? If you are a man that's got all these things sorted out in his life, and she posts this picture and it has the effect that you want to stop expressing that loving protection, provision, and care for her, then not expressing that would be dishonest to yourself and to her. And so it's not about ego here, it's about love. You are protecting love for yourself, for her, love between you two. And so you can be 100% certain that it's coming from a healthy masculine place to express that boundary to her. And if she even sees slightly a future with you, she will delete that picture. And it will be better for both of you. But in an example where you're at a party and she's just being polite in her way of shooting a guy down when he approaches her, if you ask yourself there, is it really about love to express to her that that's too much? I mean, you can be that way, right? You could be that way, but mostly this will be about ego. It will be about your little ego that goes off and says, oh, I don't like that. Coming from that place of territorialism, you don't like the fact that another guy even gets a polite smile. And then you also have to be a man about it and not express it. And simply see that as a learning opportunity to be in control of your ego. Right? Because if your ego goes off, we step out. If the love is challenged, however, then you have to step in. Right? So as you are vetting this woman, as you're dating her and observing whether she is a potential partner to build a family with, and she's showing you all these green flags and all these amazing signs that you're looking for, then if she does something that triggers emotions in you, that triggers that territorialism, don't be the boy that immediately reacts to his emotions. You can tell her, I don't know how I feel about that. I need to reflect on that a little bit. But a real man that is still trying to understand himself and his boundaries and his values, and even if you're fucking 40, you will still be in this process, right? It's a lifelong journey. You have to check your intentions, and you have to check whether this emotion, this territorialism is going off, whether that's about ego or love. So ask yourself, can I still love myself if I let this slide? Can I still love her for 100% if I let this slide? Does this behavior empower me to be the best version of myself? And for most moments that are just about ego, the answers to these questions will show you that you shouldn't express it because everything is just fine. But in some moments, it opposes your integrity. And when it does, that means that you cannot love yourself if you let it slide. That you cannot love her fully, protect and care and provide for her. That this isn't empowering or motivating you to be the best version of you. And then you have to be honest for her as well. So it isn't about your self-interest. It is also about hers. And that's what a masculine man does. Right? He leads from a place of love, and so he protects his boundaries also for her. He protects the framework in which love can grow and respect and trust can grow in the relationship. And you're the protector of this love. You're not the protector of your ego. Fuck that little ego. This is just a learning opportunity to control your emotions and become a little bit more grounded. Hey man, a while ago I launched my new program, Masculine in Love. And I created this program for those men that are a little bit too kind, a little bit too attentive, or often people pleasers, and struggle to express this territorialism. So they've often had toxic relationships, or women that leave them or cheat on them because they struggle to create that narrative of the masculine and the feminine. where this beautiful polarity can exist, where the roles are clear, where the love can flourish, right? Where you can attract this soft, caring, feminine woman that is by your side while you work on your purpose. If that's something you're interested in, you can click the link and book a call with me personally. At the very least, I will help you forward a little bit, and also we can check if this is something for you. And for now, that's it. See you in the next one.